Hello, everyone. How are you all doing today? Are you guys full of energy and full of excitement? Because this is going to be the best live ever, and I'm so excited to do it with you all because this is such a vital topic, and you're probably all cracking your heads over what twin flame union is and what physical union is, what multidimensional union is, and everything. So, housekeeping matters. I'm going to check whether I'm on the right platform. All right, I see one viewer, and again, I apologize for the delay. I was stuck in another meeting, and all right, I am the right chat. And also, I'm just going to give it a couple of minutes. Hi, Lisa. Good to see you. I am well. How are you doing? Hi, Bharati. Good to see you. How are you? Good to see all of you. Again, I'm going to give it a couple of minutes. Let me inform everyone that I'm live now so that they can join me live. Let me do it as a comment at everyone. You see, you have got this amazing technology now, right? With the at everyone, which is quite annoying. Oh shit! Oh boy, because keep getting comments. Okay, at everyone, I'm live. All right, done. Okay, so I'm going to talk about the energies of June. It is pretty interesting with the summer solstice. We are all going through extreme heat waves. Literally, everyone is like sweating, and our hair is all like everywhere. But besides that, this is an amazing period for self growth, for enlightenment, for spiritual awareness, and truly understanding what it is being a divine feminine or a divine masculine on a twin flame journey. In fact, if you have noticed, I have been channeling a lot. I've been doing a lot of mini discourses. It's because right now energies are extremely high. But of course, you will have setbacks that bring you down. You may experience Mercury retrograde kind of effects. So you may have technological issues. You may have people hacking into your accounts, which someone tried to hack into my Instagram personal account. And there were 4 Ray-Ban posts. So I had to handle that this morning before live. So yeah, that was pretty stressful because you see, these scammers, they do it at night while you're asleep. So when you wake up, your friends are messaging you like, "Why are you selling Ray-Bans?" But I don't sell anything on my personal account. And again, guys, because of all this hacking, I only have one PayPal account. I only have one website, which is rekindling the inner goddess dot rekindling the inner goddess twin flames reunited.com. I don't have any other platforms. I don't have Etsy. I don't have anything. So you can either purchase my services through my website, which I will say is the safest, or PayPal me directly because I have only one PayPal. If you're unsure, always message me before you make a purchase. So, guys, be cautious because scammers are everywhere, and they're always trying to hack into your system, to steal personal information, to steal stuff. And I don't know why the world is like that, but not everyone is generous or magnanimous. So yeah, that went my morning. I woke up at 5 a.m. and then I realized that about 6:37 that my account was hacked. And then after that, it was all about changing my passwords. My email was full because you create Instagram like what 15 years ago when it started. So, and then you have to like ask your friends what other suspicious activity was there. And then I made a post, and then I realized maybe I shouldn't add on to the negativity. So I removed the post, and then, yeah. So there went my morning, literally. But yeah. So again, I know, in terms of my private services, I only have one website, and that website is connected to my PayPal account. So only one PayPal account, because I know some other clients told me as well that whenever I share something on my page, someone else tries to like hijack that and they're asking for money on a PayPal account. So I only have one PayPal account. If you're unsure, give me a call so that you're talking to me. But I know technology, they can even try to reframe me as a hologram. But I think we are not that advanced yet. So if you're in doubt, just inbox me to my personal Facebook. But if that is a bit suspicious, email me at vaish@icloud.com. So these are the safe things. All right. And I know PayPal is the safest. I really trust PayPal. And that's why the only mode of payment I accept is PayPal and through my website, which is also PayPal. So, yes, I trust PayPal and their customer service is really good because actually they have a customer service, whereas Facebook, Instagram, they don't. So, I wouldn't really trust anything else. All right, I'm going to look at the comments. I see 26 of you. Wow, we are really lit. I feel like I haven't even touched up my makeup because my morning has been like running here and there. I hope I look all right and presentable in front of the camera because today 25 viewers, 30 comments and 7 reactions, the fastest it has ever been in 5 minutes and 48 seconds. And we haven't even started talking about the energies yet. All right, now I'm going to go to the energies of June. The energies of June, extremely transformational, channeling is at its peak. Also, guys, you have to realize that there are few things I want to touch on before I go into multidimensional union. One thing, healing is a process. No one is ever quite completely healed. So if you're a divine feminine who think that you're perfect, you're in union and you know it all, you're still unawakened. Secondly, you have to understand that 3D union is just one dimensional union. And people who think they know it all actually don't know it all. Even me, I channel every single day. I channel from God, I channel from the universe, I channel from my higher self. I have the growth mindset. Secondly, I don't talk about my divine masculine, but I want to assure you all I'm happily in union, physical 3D union, and I'm on multidimensional union as well. But the thing is, multidimensional union is infinite. So it's an ongoing process. So there is no perfect state of union. So you have to always remember that every single day is filled with surprises and magic. So, and also, twin flame union is as much as a marriage. You need to work on it for it to last. So if you're going to think that I've married my twin flame and everything is going to be perfect and you don't put an effort, then you're going to lose him before you know it. Secondly, for those who love to brag about their DM and keep saying that they are in union, something is wrong because if they are secure, they are not going to talk. They are going to be in compassion. They are going to be from a loving space. Thirdly, if anyone judges you or talks ill, then something is wrong with them. Or if there are people who criticize you or judge you for where you are in your journey or what you are, then there's a problem as well. So you have to always remember, if you want to trust a reader or a psychic, see where they come from. Unconditional love, vibration. So having said that, the vibrations are at its peak. And so you have to be very receptive to the universe. So for those of you who have a fixed mindset, it's time to shift to a growth mindset. And I know a lot of you who watch me here have got a growth mindset and are on high vibration, and that's why you're even here. But again, every single day there are a lot of challenges that try to bring you down. So you are going to face things that try to pull your energy. So you may come encounter with non-player characters who are trying to steal your DM away from you. But you have to understand, you do not own your divine masculine. Your divine masculine doesn't own you either. You are in complete harmony and surrender in other dimensions because there is full transparency. The reason why 3D union is hard is because a lot of people try to get into union when they are unhealed. And the thing is, I've been there before long ago. I too, experience certain things, and that's why I'm able to share with my experience. Love bombing is a big problem. A lot of divine feminines love to love bomb their divine masculines with like gifts, with like presents, with like food, with like everything. Another thing is they have an overactive throat chakra. They can't stop talking. It's as though they are living on limited time, and all those magical moments that are supposed to be meant to grow your connection, you're destroying it. Secondly, when you face DM rejection, that means they go away or they lie to you, they have someone else or they are dating someone else. Let them go, because that is your cue to do inner work and to flourish. Thirdly, you are questioning so much is because you don't trust the journey, and the only way to trust the journey is full surrender to God, to your higher self, and to who you think God is. Because everyone has a personal relationship with God and the universe. So there is no judgment over that. Don't have a middleman, don't have a banana seller. Contact God directly. Simple as that. You want to talk to God? Talk to God. You can write letters, you can talk to God, you can wail to God, you can cry to God, whatever way, but that always works. Spiritual awakening starts when you actually cry out to God that I want to be enlightened. If not, you're never going to go anywhere. If you're going to trust a banana seller or some middle person who's trying to sway you away from your journey, calling you low vibrational or not good enough, then you need to cut them off, because these people are not going to help you with your journey. Always, when you are hiring a consultant, a psychic, trust your intuition, trust your vibration, because not everyone is going to have their best interest at your heart. And if a person is trying to make you feel bad but with no good intention, you will know it too. Again, what is enlightenment? I'm going to answer that question, all right? Enlightenment basically translates to becoming light, which is what you are. So there is no what is enlightenment, because enlightenment is who you are. What is being human? That's a whole new story. So enlightenment can't be answered in words. Everyone has their own experience with enlightenment and awakening, because that's the easiest thing you can do, because you are light itself. Oh my goodness, I see so many of y'all. It must be the at everyone. It must have worked. All right. I know I'm missing some comments. Hello, everyone. Because I've been uploading these lives on YouTube, everyone is saying that I'm spending too much time saying hi to everyone and not going into the topic. And that's why I apologize, guys, if I haven't greeted you all personally. Holly Christina says, why do I have an overactive throat chakra? I speak out too much. You do often, divine feminines do it when they meet their divine masculine for the first time, because they're extremely excited. They are like just trying to impress them. And you think that you want to be yourself and you want to be pure, but your divine masculine thinks you're fake. And that's the reason why they run away. So a story I want to share with you is about love and freedom. So love tried to trap freedom, and freedom tried to run away. So what it basically means is that you can never tie freedom down, because freedom is about being free. And love needs to understand that, and vice versa. Freedom can't always be running away. It needs to find a balance. So it's about balance and love. Why is so hard to create a family with someone else? Because we are in the era of hookup culture and not 90s time where it's about love, or 80s or 70s or 60s. So sociology, I did sociology back in college as well. And one of the basic principles of sociology is modernity, which means there is several stages. You have the solid modernity and you have the liquid modernity. So right now we are in the age of liquid modernity. So solid modernity means when you have family values and it's all about getting married and trying to form families. And that happened post-war, right? So post-war, it was all about security. It was all about identity. It was all about building secure. So people just got married to people because they wanted stability and security. After that came the other generations, like the millennials and the X and the Z, which is present. Now we are so pampered because our parents have done so much for us. We always have a safety net. You can't buy a house, your parents help you. But our parents, our grandparents didn't have that kind of support. So things are changing, and hence from solid modernity, we are right now in liquid modernity, which went for the last 20 years or so. But we are going into gaseous modernity, where nothing is going to be solid anymore. Which means people are just going to be like online warriors and not in-person people anymore. And that's what we don't want to lose out. You still want to have a little bit of solidity. Holly has a question. Do you think a lot of twin flame babies will be born in the next couple of years? Absolutely. Absolutely, a lot of twin flame babies are going to be born. Okay, 21:21 on the clock. I think I saw the number. Okay, I love that story so much. Love and freedom. I know I channeled that story too. I wrote it as a poem like 10 years ago. Oh boy, maybe I was just preparing for the arrival of my own divine masculine then. But yeah, love and freedom. Your divine masculine is freedom and you are love. So just think about it. How are love and freedom going to make it work? All right, now I'm going to delve into what is 3D union, what the hell is union, and then I'll talk about multi-dimensional union, all right? So 3D union has got different stages. There is the unawakened 3D union where both of you are unhealed but are on the ego that you're both perfect and great. And these are the people who try to like go around telling everybody I am perfect, I'm great, I live by example. But if you look at them, they're 100% toxic. Then you have the other group that is half awakened, half asleep. So they are like too embarrassed to tell the world that being in union is unhappy, so they pretend that everything is all right. Then you have the third group. They're really in union. They're completely cool about it. They don't go around hurting people and throwing it on their faces that I'm in union. I'm in union. Like every sentence is about I'm in union. Or posting big pictures of their DM on their Facebook or things like that. That is the third category. All right. So 3D union is just the tip of the iceberg. Multi-dimensional union is infinite, it's ongoing, it's everything. So again, there's no perfect state of multi-dimensional union either. Even for me, every single day I'm growing, I'm expanding, I'm having joy and harmony, and I have day-to-day things with my DM as well. But that is life. Again, guys, I'm a professional, so I'm not going to comment on anyone, all right? But you know what I mean, Holly. Thank goodness this is a private group and your comments won't be around. The next thing is I don't want them coming to sue me. See, my law education comes in handy. Being a lawyer protects me from knowing what to speak in public. All right, Rita. Always run from my TF for years. Now he ran from me. Exactly. Love and freedom. Typical story. Holly, as a DF, don't speak out as much now since I've been healed, because when I was unhealed, I had zero. Again, when you say you're healed, are you really healed? Because healing is a process. Every single day we are healing. I have never once told anyone I'm healed. I'm always saying I'm healing because every single day I'm losing hair, new hair is growing. I'm losing cells, new cells are growing. So, how am I supposed to be healed? Biologically, we are healing constantly. We have death and rebirth. Satanama, always. Exactly. No one is fully healed. We are all healing. So, guys, please, when you say that you're healed, it comes from a space of ego. So, I just want to be. But when you're healing, you are in a lot better place. Exactly. Enlightenment is the same. If a guy says I'm healed and perfect, he's not enlightened. He's just arrogant and he's, in fact, he's unawakened and ignorant. Enlightenment, if you break the word down, let's do a little word play. Enlightenment. You become lighter. That means you throw away your garbage. You become light and you realize your true self. Priya, how do I heal the heart chakra? Well, there's several ways you can heal it. One way is to actually eat green color foods. That heals the heart chakra. I do heart chakra healing and activations. You can check out my website. That works. Yeah. Okay, guys, I'm going to go into multidimensional union. All right. So the first stage is after you heal or healing. Okay. Number one, you have to understand no one is perfect. Number two, you have to understand that known is a drop, unknown is the ocean. And if you have a fixed mindset, you're never going to evolve and you're going to be confused all the time. In order to get clarity, you need to humble yourself to understand that you are everything, yet you are nothing. And secondly, you have to surrender to God, the purest point, in order to awaken. And you are healing, not healed. You're awakening, not awakened. You are enlightening, not enlightened. You have to use present words. So that goes to the next part. Like I talked about the three categories of 3D union: the arrogant and ignorant ones, the one that pretend that they are in union but they are not happy, and the third one who are genuinely in union and just play it cool. and who are willing to grow. So the third category, they are growing multidimensionally, they are uniting every day, because we have infinite amount of dimensions, and uniting in every dimension is literally fascinating. And I speak from experience, and it's the greatest, most joyous feeling ever. I tell you, multidimensional union is like the next thing after 3D union, but it can happen anyway. So 3D union again is just a facade, and most people think 3D union is great. I work with twin flames who are in union. I work with the 2% who are in union, and they too are having trouble. So within the 2%, only 0.2% are truly in fulfilling, awakening, happening energies. So yeah. So most people who claim that they are in union, or they are like twins in union, or like I'm in union, every sentence they're saying I'm in union, that is a big red flag. Because they don't even understand what union is. But again, the reason why there is only a small percentage in 3D union is because people don't even understand what is union, right? And most of them, um ask MJ, Melissa, because I can't see the spammers. Okay, and I will deal with it later because I have to simultaneously. I'm only going to take questions. Again, Melissa, I don't take personal requests because my account is a personal account. So I apologize. I only take friend requests of clients that I've been working in for a very long time. If not, I'm sorry, I don't take requests from people. And if there are spammers, please, guys, just ignore the spammers, because they like to chat and chat and chat and distract people and lower the vibration. So just ignore them. All right, multidimensional union is the most fascinating in the world. It's just beautiful. It's like exploring dimensions and opening new doors. And there was a Korean drama that portrayed this multidimensional twin flame union. And I'll share the story with you. So basically, the twin flames are in different dimensions, and when there is a glitch in the matrix, the girl ends up in the dimension of the king, and the king recognizes her immediately because he has known her since she was because he has seen the future. So after that, anyway, the whole story goes on like that, and eventually towards the end, what they would experience is what I would, in a physical sense, be able to compare it to a multidimensional union, because they have the keys to go into any dimension, any place. So that's what they would do. They would be traveling for the rest of their life, so they never stayed in one dimension. So that is the beauty of true twin flame union. Thank you so much, MJ. Again, guys, a big shout out to my dearest friend, a mother like figure, a sister like figure, a grandmother like figure, a beautiful figure to so many of us, for doing so much for the group. You are amazing. We all love you so much, MJ. And thank you. Thank you for always being the moral compass in our group, and always caring with your heart and compassion, and helping people with so much love. Thanks, MJ, again. And thank you for always being there during my lives too. Watch out for these spammers. All right. Okay, guys. So I'm going to keep talking another 20 minutes about multidimensional union. And again, multidimensional union, you can only experience to truly understand. The Korean drama, I don't remember the name. I think it's The Last Kingdom or something. But I was watching it at the time when I first met my divine masculine. And, like all of you, I too went through the honeymoon phase, the separation phase. But the thing is, due to my own soul history and mission and what I'm meant to do, we are able to get into a kind of union, I would say. All right, look at Diana. Shout out to MJ. Yup, 100% MJ. You are doing an amazing job keeping things going and running smoothly. You're truly appreciated and loved. You see, MJ, we all love you so much. Okay, for all for all of you who are working with me closely through my videos, through my lives, through my personal sessions, private sessions, you all know what I mean. And you guys have progressed immensely, from where you were, and in a couple of months I see transformation. I don't do a coaching program or anything like that. Every client is unique to me, and I prescribe certain things like the past life regression, the 5D activator, um, and like Agashik records. These are usually the things I tell my clients, but again, it's case to case basis, and healings as well, case to case basis. That's why if you want to know what you need to heal, you can always book a consultant to ask what exactly you have to heal. So that's why, guys, healing is a process, and there is no state of I'm healed. You are healing. Every day you're healing. All right. So 3D union is so fun, but you have to let go of expectations. So, what do you expect in a 3D union? To wake up to your divine masculine every single day? Well, any other relationship can give you that. Being completely naked to your divine masculine? Any other relationship can give you that. And when I mean completely naked, I'm not physical nakedness, but completely naked with your feelings and emotions and your thoughts and ideas. No one is willing to share that level of intimacy with anyone because everyone's afraid. What if my spouse judges me? What if my everyone judges me? And as a lawyer, I'm able to see this because I work with clients like that. But anyway, the point is 3D union is not as difficult, but neither is it as easy. The reason why your twin flame runs away or is in the runner energies is because it's suffocating being with you. You become a different person when you are with your divine masculine. You don't have a sense of self worth or identity. You either love bomb or you judge or you criticize. You have this overactive throat chakra, and that's why your DM has to say something like I'm dating someone else or I'm marrying someone else or I'm not interested in you to cut you off. If they don't cut you off, you're never going to grow and evolve, and you will end up being a toxic divine feminine with an awakening divine masculine. And you don't want that imbalance because you have no right to control anyone or anybody. Everyone has free will, everyone has the freedom of choice. So when you completely surrender, you will see your divine masculine coming back to you. So that is the first stage of pure 3D union. And when you are in that kind of 3D union where you're in full surrender, where you don't question where is he going, what is he doing, what is he eating, that is when you are fully intimate with your partner because there is no words. It's telepathy. It's 5D communication in 3D. And together you travel through different dimensions. You attend galactic council meetings. You impact change not only in the 3D world but in multi-dimensional worlds. You help twin flames in other planets and in other star systems and through the galactic council and all the dimensions. That is, guys, a true state of multi-dimensional union in progress. And really, there is no state of multi-dimensional union. It's an in progress state. How do you get there? Step by step. Also, to give yourself as much time as you can for healing, because a lot of you all are healing past life trauma, and that's why I recommend my past life regression, which I've posted there as a link. And also, guys, I'll appreciate a tip from you guys because that will be a good energy exchange. I used to have been doing this live for the last 2 years. Only the last 4 weeks I've ever asked for tips. But I feel that a lot of people recommended that I lose my voice talking to you all and doing 20 to 30 over free channelings during every live show. So I'm going to change the system a little. So those who donate will get a free live channeling. And then for those who leave a review or for those who, are willing to do another kind of, okay, I don't even know how to put it. It just feels weird. But anyway, if you send a tip, I'll be very grateful because then I can continue doing more lives, spending more time so that I can take more off work and focus my life on this work, right? In order to survive in the 3D world, we need sustenance, right? So That's why I've opened up the tip box. So if you guys send a tip, I'll be very, very grateful. And I know a lot of you do. Like, thank you, Annette, for the tip. I really, really appreciate that. You guys are amazing. Um, yes. Really, guys, I'll really, really appreciate a tip. Rachel, can we feel that multi-dimensional union in 3D? Of course, I feel it all the time. I speak by experience. Like my DM and I are together, and we are also together when we do astral traveling, interdimensional travel, stargate jumping, all of it. And there's always clarity because I'm growing and I'm understanding and I'm so connected with God. It's the only way. When MJ talks about God, this is what she means. When you're in complete surrender with God, you will never be confused. Clarity will be you. You will be Miss Clarity. So, yes, you can feel multidimensional union in 3D reality. So, even if you're not together in 3D reality, you can still be in multidimensional union. So, there is no linear path in this. See, the weather is so hot. I have like two air conditions on, and still look at me like I'm sweating. Yeah. And then I started with the morning where my Instagram was hacked. So, oh, thank you, Diana. You guys are so. I really thank my regulars who I know you do it from your heart, and it's the thought that counts. And I'm very, very, very grateful for your tips. I, for a long time, would never ask for tips or donations from everyone. It was something that I had to overcome myself. Oh, thanks, Lisa. This is my 100% natural hair. I haven't even blow dried it, it's like washed and yeah. Thank you. Oh, Holly's question: are there only a small percentage of people in 3D union? Yes, I would say that, but more and more are coming into union. Ever since the whole summer solstice and the highest timeline jump we have just experienced a couple of weeks back, yeah, we are in the highest timeline right now. Bharti, always look gorgeous and bubbly, Vash. Oh, Bharti, you are the best. Love you so much. Madonna, I feel the more I work on me and build my relationship with God and my new business, I feel my twin Ryan less. Okay, Madonna, number one, that's a good thing, isn't it? Because your perception of feeling or trying to connect, and always remember there's also that solo journey a lot of twin flames do take, and it's very healthy. Oh, Holly, that is wonderful. And you know what? A lot of you all are going to get into union in 3D physical union, and a lot of you are going to also um, experience this. Oh, thank you so much, Stephanie. Like I say, my regulars, you all touch me so much. I work with you all closely, and you guys really touch my heart. I have no words to say. You guys are so amazing. Thank you for your tips and donations. You all are amazing. So back to multi-dimensional union. Like I said, this is going to be the best life so far, even though I feel like my makeup is not the most perfect, or my hair is the most perfect, or my dressing is the most perfect, but my content has been the most perfect. Oh, thank you, Amy. And thank you, Rachel. Really, you guys are so sweet. Like, I really, really appreciate your tips. In fact, someone was commenting, stop saying donations, just say tip. So, yeah, so I'm going to not use donations. I'm going to use the word tip instead. It's so interesting because I had some friends over, and we've got a helper in the house, and she really helped because I'm working crazy hours, right? So because I have two jobs, I'm like my weekends I'm working, so like the fraction of hours I get, I spend it to just spend time with my friends. And so she did all the cooking, and I was joking with my friends. Not joking, I actually gave her her tip. And she was like, "No, you're already giving me a salary. Why giving me?" I said, "No, no, no, you have to accept this, because when I'm living it, I want to expand that to others as well." And I realized why tipping is so important, even if it's a waiter in a restaurant. I mean, you are paying for the food, you're paying for service charge. But when you actually give them something, it makes their day. It's not even the amount of money, it's the thought. Because how else are you going to show your gratitude to them? I mean, you can buy them a gift, but that would be weird. But the truth is, the tipping culture is the most beautiful culture because these waiters, they work tirelessly. What is it that you're going to lose by giving them 20 cents or 50 cents or $1 or $10? Or it is, they spend their whole evening, and these people are not getting paid the COE salary either. They are there working. And if you listen to their stories, you're probably going to cry because they're trying to educate their children. They are working long hours because they just want the best for their kids. And that is the helper in our house. Her kids are studying, and so it's like, I will keep doing it. I'll keep doing the tipping because there's nothing wrong with tipping, guys. And it's just how it is. And I know all of you, oh, thanks, Mai. It's so beautiful because it's always the same people, and you guys are so loving and so generous. And in fact, most of you are the ones giving me this excellent advice of even introducing the tip box. And I thank you all. You guys tipped me, and you guys were the ones who actually asked me to start a tip box. And I have to thank you for that, because for a very long time, I had a problem asking for people for money or anything. And that placed me in situations where, as an intern, I wasn't paid. Till today, I'm like being owed $10,000, and there's nothing I can do. Or there are very rare percentage of clients who say they'll pay later and that they don't pay, but I would say 99% they are amazing. I have to give it to them. All my clients pay beforehand, and that's why I have a very strict rule. If you want a service, you pay beforehand. Oh, so you can do the tip through PayPal. So I'm just saying like a tip box, because we can't have in fact, I can create one through my website, but you see the amount varies. Right now you can tip me any amount. So you just have to go to my PayPal and send me a tip. Like anything you feel. Again, Diana says 1,000,000% it's the thought. 10 million is the thought, and I like to think of it as an, oh, thank you, Diana. You guys are so sweet. And Rachel, it's all good. I could just imagine the energy it takes. Really. In fact, some of my clients don't even watch the channeling part because they say that is torturing Vaish part. And I looked back, and my divine masculine was saying the same thing. My mom was saying the same thing. My family, everyone was saying the same thing. Vaish, they are literally torturing you and sucking the life out of you because they don't respect you enough. And that's when I realized, you know what? I've always been overgiving, from when I was an intern to a trainee to a lawyer. I'm always giving more. And the friends I had lunch with, they are like me. They're always overgiving. They're lawyers, and we were talking about how we always overgive. And he says the more he gives a client, the less successful it is because they take advantage. So sometimes if it's an hour, it has to be an hour. Sometimes if it's 30 minutes, it has to be 30 minutes because you give them more, they think that you have nothing better to do in life. And I had to change that too. That's what I'm saying, guys. I'm not perfect. I'm growing every single day. And I've done so much for people. And then we always that anomaly who turns back and say, why haven't you sent me the recording yet? And I'm like, you only booked a 1 hour session and I gave you twice or thrice more. And you are like demanding. And that's when the idea comes, maybe I should start charging for recordings as well, because it's an extra service which I have to do it myself, and I have to pay for storage because I delete. People are like, why is it not working? So I have to allow the recordings to stay there. So I need to have my Google. I just subscribed for it, and I have iCloud, so I'm paying for storage and all of that because I want the best for all of you. But people who understand appreciate that. But you see, 99.99% of my clients are beautiful. You always have that 1% who give you a hard time. 0.001%. All right, guys, I'm going to wrap up on the multi-dimensional union. And you guys may have a lot of questions. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Masha. You are like amazing. Oh my God, you guys are so wonderful. Like, to me, I only truly understand the tip culture like until I started getting tips myself. And now it's like everywhere I go, I feel like giving a tip to everyone because I realize what a difference. Because it's not the money, it's the thought. And I thank all of you all for your amazing thought and love. And again, like I said, it's the same people. And it's so beautiful. Melissa, you're right. The people are always greedy. They have this thing in law where they like to go fishing, which means lawyers will have the first free consultation. So when I first did my internship with this with this amazing lawyer, my first mentor. He's amazing, amazing person. And he told me, because that law firm, they have free consultation, and he told me this person is not going to take us as a lawyer, because this is what they do. They will go to 20 different firms and get the advice, and then they'll represent their own case. And he said that I am compassionate, I'm magnanimous, and to me it's like, if this can be my way of charity to people. But the thing is, people who need the help never take the free help. It's the people who have a lot of money and are complacent and arrogant who take advantage of professionals, be it a lawyer, be it a psychic. I can only speak for that because I'm a lawyer and a psychic, right? Same thing for doctors as well. Same thing, they spend so many hours. Every teachers, for instance, think about it. You send your child to a school where a teacher is so underpaid but works overtime, because my brother is like that. He goes to work at 6 in the morning and he only comes back at 7:30 p.m. and he's so underpaid as a teacher in Singapore. But that doesn't mean he's going to stop helping his student. Like, it gives me tears sometimes when I see my brother. I mean, he doesn't live with us, but sometimes when I go to visit my nephew after work and he comes later than me, that's when I'm like, he doesn't have to do it. He can just be there, and just because I've had one teacher who bullied me and destroyed my life, and 99 other teachers who empowered my life. But that one teacher is still the trauma, is causes you trauma. Like, and that teacher said that, I'll never make it in life, but I still don't feel like I've made it in life. That's the truth. But the truth is, you have good people and you have bad people too. And like I said, NPCs, and you have negative souls and positive souls. And how does it all relate to today's topic? Once you are awakening to all this in your environment, once you are from a place of 100% compassion, like how a teacher is to a child who is struggling or suffering. That's why, to me, I have great respect for teachers, because my brother and sister-in-law are teachers, my extended family are teachers. We have the most number of teachers and professors. My grandfather was a medical college professor. So many kids became doctors, and when we travel overseas, we'll bump into them and they'll be like, hey, your grandfather used to be my professor. That's the impact of teachers. And that's why teachers should be paid more and the most, actually. And that's why I love Northern European countries, because they value teachers in the highest. Whereas, unfortunately, countries like Singapore, I think they're getting there. But yeah. But it's very rare to find a teacher would go above and beyond for a child to develop. And for teachers out there who do that, I can only have tears of gratitude. Because personally, I was affected by a teacher, but again, I had amazing parents, so I got to go to international school, I got to do law in Australia. And but for those students who are bullied and they have no voice, what does that happen? And you see, Canada is very well paid. I always tell my brother, you should move to Canada. Yeah, so that's why places like Australia, Canada, Europe, UK, they're all well paid. Only in like Singapore and I think some Asian countries, they are not so well paid. But that doesn't mean they're going to stop teaching, because true teachers are always going to educate young minds. And to me, the younger your child, the more educated and the more paid the teacher should be. Because why would you send your child to a school where the teacher is greedy and has no care for your child? Right? Again, all of these things help you with your union. When you operate in the purest vibration with no judgment and just unconditional love and compassion, you will be in union with your divine masculine. And union, again, is uniting. Again, I don't want to say union, because then you guys will take it as past tense. Uniting. You are uniting with your DM every single day, multidimensionally. So the 3D is just icing on the cake. It's just a little bit of physical sweetness. That's all. But multi-dimensional union, most people have never even talked about it. I don't think any other twin flame psychic has talked about multi-dimensional union yet. So this will be the first out there. So I'm copywriting it, guys, because the plagiarism laws are like for 400 years. the content is valid. And how it works is that the person who first presents it, especially with the new age information, is the primary source. Everything else is secondary source. So if someone wants to quote my information, they will have to quote me, but most people are not anyway. They're just going to, copy this idea and make it their own. But again, they won't be able to speak in my level because they are not experiencing it, right? Amy, in the school, I've met so many great teachers and a few that probably should exactly. That one teacher who bullied me, really, I can't, and all the other teachers were trying to help me, but I was just a child. And you know what? No, the government did nothing. The Ministry of Education did nothing. They were, you see, it's so important to have a child first policy. And I hope in the new age, in the new world, that because children are vulnerable, children live by the way they are taught. So you have nasty people, they become nasty human beings, right? So you should have like a teacher police, a teacher is bullying a child, you should be immediately prosecuted. But well, the world is changing and we are the change we are. And then there goes amazing teachers who transform your life. Like my university is the greatest university, I had the most nurturing professors ever. See, one teacher destroys you, but it takes 99,000 other teachers to heal you. So, yeah, I've had amazing teachers. But again, that one teacher still stinks. Whereas, Lisa, it's the same way in so many other professions too, in my line of work. So, I really do get this. People will ask you a few questions and think they know enough now to do it themselves. Of course, it never turns out well for them because you just can't have knowledge. It takes years to obtain from a free long from an hit long free. Exactly, guys. When I say I've done 100,000 readings on my website, it's true because I spent the last 15 years doing so many free readings, And the thing is, in order to grow in any profession, experience is a must. And yes, MJ, I will do some channeling. I just want to wrap up now. Experience is a must, and that's why an authentic psychic and healer will always lay what they have on the table. I teach a lot of people how to be a psychic courses, and I always say the psychic field is about authenticity. And it's about doing the healing or reading in person, because then the person is channeling right in front of you, is doing the healing right in front of you. Secondly, vibration attracts vibration. So God always sends you the right client, or the right client is sent to the right healer or teacher at the right time. So you always have to trust God in this 100%. That's why, guys, always trust God, because it's so important to completely surrender yourself to God. And that is what is going to change your life. I'm not like a preacher, like any religious institution. That's why I'm just saying God, because every one of you have a personal, private relationship with God. And if you connect to the purest part of God, you are safe. Having said that, guys, wrapping up, multidimensional union is all that I talked about. Healing, awakening, enlightening. So you cannot be healed, awakened, and enlightened to be in union. It has to be an ongoing process. And every single day, you are awakening. You are discovering new things. You're discovering new worlds, because life is infinite, and we are eternal. And that's the reason why, if you are aiming for 3D union, you're still a long way back. You should be aiming for multidimensional union, because that is the way to go. And that is true twin flame love. Having said that, guys, I'm opening the floor to channeling. So those of you who have donated, please, and want a channeling, let me know again. And then again, I always say this, but I end up channeling for everyone anyway. But I hope I have answered all your questions with regards to this topic. And I feel like I've made it as simple so that all of y'all understand it in the most practical way. That's why I gave some analogies and examples that's very relatable, like love and freedom. Divine feminine is love and divine masculine is freedom. Amy, I don't know where union is going, but I guess you'll see. You see, I just opened your eyes to a whole new dimension of union. Oh, thanks, Marsha. Annette, do you know when I'll see Joshua again? Oh, Annette, thank you so much for the donation. In fact, you were the first to throw me in a tip. Okay, let me channel both your energies. And firstly, I want to say, Annette, it's always a joy to read for you because you're so pure, you're so full of love, and I would just say that Joshua thinks about you all the time and he gets so nervous around you because you work in the same environment. And the thing is, because of the role he's in and the respect he has for you, it's very difficult for him to take the leap of faith yet. But you know what? That's changing, and that is changing all the time. I see a lot of movement in his crown chakra and third eye chakra, which means he's awakening to the connection. And when are you going to see him again? I will say physically, you're going to see him in a couple of days. 5D, you're seeing him all the time. And as for your energies, they are blossoming and your chakras are flowering. You know, you are really becoming like it's really beautiful. And your energies are so beautiful and are in super alignment right now. So anything that you desire, you're going to manifest. I hope I've given you what you are looking for. If not, you can ask me more questions. Rachel, thank you again for your donation. I really, really, really appreciate it. How is my DMs feeling towards his karmic situation now that his chakras are opening? Well, he's awakening to that fact that he may need to complete a karmic cycle with the karmic, which is good because all this while, whatever he was doing it blindly, but now he's doing it with awareness. When you're awakening to the karma you have, you're able to neutralize it quite easily. You can do it, you can do the soul level healing. So that's why now that his chakras are opening, things are getting better, which means it's getting better for you because that means you're going to experience 3D slash multidimensional union very soon. I hope that helps. Rachel, Marsha, again, thank you for your tip. I really, 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 really appreciate that. What is the energies of JK now? I mentioned something to him and I don't think he took it very well. All right. What is the energies of JK now? I mentioned something to you and I don't think you took it. Well. You know, you have to understand. Okay, again, general comment before I do your reading. Divine masculines are extremely sensitive and they feel 100% you. So if you're emotional, frustrated, angry, or whatever it is, they know that energy more than you know it yourself. So often they tend to be silent because they know if they were to say something, you're just going to fuse out. So, yes, it is true, Marsha, he didn't take it well, but he will understand it. So, you just have to give it some time and, just go with the flow. But you had to do what you had to do, right? And as far as energies are concerned, there's a lot of stress in his sacral chakra, and there is that disconnect in his throat chakra. So maybe that's why he's not saying anything. But overall, his energies are flourishing. And it's a good sign. But again, forgive yourself for saying what you said. I mean, if he was triggered, then he needs to do some healing. Often people are triggered because there's something they need to heal themselves, and that is no different in a twin flame journey. So I would say that JK is actually connecting to that softest part of his soul, and he's actually upset that you are upset more than he's upset with you. So that's what I'm channeling for you. Marsha, Amy, thank you again. If you have any channeling for me, I appreciate. If not, I just appreciate your energy for this. Like, oh, Amy, you're so sweet. Thank you so much. Again, you're such a joy to read for, and I would definitely give you a message. And what I'm getting is that your angel team and your higher soul and God wants you to know that you are an amazing person full of love and light, and everything you do with 100% authenticity, and you're always living in alignment with your moral values and principles. So you are always going to be blessed and you're always going to be in a state of enlightenment. So, having said that, things are going to get better for you in terms of anything that you have in your mind. It's going to work out and you will feel lighter by the days. So that's what I have for you, Amy. Annette, oh, thank you. I feel this. My, again, thank you so much, my, for your tip. Is there any message from Jonathan? We both been really distant. I know I'll see him on July 1st since mutual friends invited me to their barbecue. Oh, I'm excited for you now for July 1st. That's next week. You got to update us, my. But the message I'm getting from Jonathan is that he's thrilled to wanting to see you, but at the same time he's nervous and anxious as well. So so you might be feeling his energies throughout the week because he's like going to see you in person after a long time at the same time. So it's a mixture of excitement and anxiousness. So but it's going to go great because being long distance is hard. But the thing is, when you see each other during the barbecue, things are going to change. It's like nothing. You will be in such a high vibrational space, like eighth dimension, that the whole world will stop. So that's how beautiful it's going to be. And that's what I'm getting from Jonathan's higher self, is that everything is going to turn out well. Just keep on surrendering to the process and the journey. So that's for you, my. Oh, Elise. Oh, thank you for saying hi. Always a pleasure to see you. I hope that things are going really well and you're enjoying your holiday. Rebecca, feeling as I come closer to Ina. Rebecca, always a joy to see you everywhere, be it my lives or any other platform. So I just wanted to say I really, really appreciate you as a person. So your question is, feeling as I come closer to inner union, something happens is now in my continent. On the 22nd, had massive urge to hide phone in a drawer all day. It's also subconsciously felt this intense energy coming in. This resembled my runner ways during initial years. How to break this specific cycle for us? It wasn't even at a conscious level this time. I don't want to be running. You see, that's the thing. Divine feminines actually run when they get close to union, they are the ones who do something to mess it up. So often, the divine feminine is the silent runner, and the divine masculine is the silent chaser. But you always see it the other way around because you think your divine masculine is ignoring you. But always, when you're very close to union, you feel like running away because you're so used to being in that vibration of yearning and missing and wanting and crying. When he's actually there, you panic. So that's exactly what you're going through, Rebecca. So you just have to surrender to the universe and God. Like literally, ask God, give me the strength to survive this because God knows what is best for you. No one else knows what is best for you except God and your parents, of course, right? So that's why there's a Tamil saying, Mata, Pita, Guru, Devam. So that means they say mother, father, teacher, and God. So these are the four people who can truly guide you. But of course, teachers can be controversial, both sides. So I would say mother, father, and God. But of course, 99.9% of the great teachers that you can always take their advice. So having said that, Rebecca, you have to truly, truly surrender to the process and pray to God. That's the only way because he is in the same continent and I can see something wonderful happening for you soon. Lisa, anything from Brendan? What does my connection with him need to move forward? Sent you it. Oh, thank you, Lisa. Thank you so much for the tip. Okay, so you see, whatever Brendan did was for your own growth and for your own awakening. There's so many things that you didn't know about yourself when you first started the journey. And if you look back, there's so many things that has transformed in your life. So that is what I'm getting from Brendan's higher self, is that you have transformed massively. And that in itself is going to create the best kind of future, better than 3D union, but it's going to be multi-dimensional and you're going to be content because at the end of the day, it's not about union, it's about contentment, it's about happiness, it's about being present. And I feel that's where you're headed towards, Lisa. And chakra wise, things are flourishing and things are really beautiful. Of course, there's a bit of stress in your solar plexus, and a bit in your root, but that too, things are transforming, Lisa, and everything is good. Amy, specifically, what are his feelings at the moment? I guess I feel like I'm just always in the dark. Feelings wise, I feel like he's in a state whereby he's just trying his best to do the right thing, but he just doesn't know what is the right thing. And I feel like he puts too much pressure on himself, and that's why whenever he tries to make physical contact with you, he thinks like a million times. So there are times where it's like he's taking out his phone, wanting to have a physical meeting, but then he changes his mind because he doesn't want to trigger you, or doesn't want to hurt you. And that's exactly what he's feeling at the moment. He wants to make contact, but he's two minds about it because you see, the divine masculine, it's not about hurting you. They don't want to hurt you. That's why they stay afar. Because they know if you're near them, you get triggered. You go all goddessy and fiery because you become like Kali, the goddess. So that's the reason why. Marsha, thank you. And yes, he needs to know the boundaries. Absolutely, Marsha. There's so much. That's the thing. There's so much, and there's so many little things that one doesn't focus on. Melissa, I'd like to ask question advice. Any advice you can share about someone who's starting an online business? I've been working my whole life as an employee, and because I never generate any income of my own, I'm afraid of not being able to create income. Okay, I would say this is what you call abundance blocks. And abundance blocks can only be healed through like past life regression, which I do offer as a service. And you need to really work on the core. And that's the advice I can say in terms of starting any kind of business. The only way to flourish is removing existent blocks, which is healing. If I've answered you, I know, la, please, love, how does my twin feel about me now? I'm feeling that I'll get pregnant soon. Can you see if we will have a baby in the future? Messages from him. I love you. Well, it will take a while, but there's definitely a baby in the future. And as far as messages are concerned, he's working on it. He knows that you are doing a lot of growth and healing, and he's proud of you. That's the message from him. Kayla, oh Kayla, always lovely to see you. You're so wonderful. But this live has been the best live, so I'm going to upload it. Hopefully Facebook doesn't do anything. If not, guys, I'm sorry. I lost two lives. It's not even there. I tried looking and it's like it's not there, but thank goodness I downloaded it and I've got a backup um, on YouTube. But again, during my live, I can't have a backup because I'm not screen recording, because that will take too much power and it will affect. So again, for those of you who are live in present, I would say things are so unpredictable, especially after that hacking that happened in my personal Instagram, and how things are happening. I would say be cautious of technology. Even everything that I share might not be there for long, and might not be my fault as well, because we kind of like all these free platforms, you don't know what they actually do. Madonna, thank you so much for the tip. I've done a lot of events in my twin Ryan's hometown as we live close by. Will we see each other, and what does he feel, and how should I handle this meetup? Okay, let me take a sip of water. Too much channeling. I'm always running out of water, no matter how much water I have. All right, I'll finish and drink some water. All right. You know what will happen? Because you're in such close proximity with your twin, what will happen is that you will bump into each other, but you have to prepare yourself on how you're going to respond when you meet him. Are you going to respond, or are you going to react? So that is something that you have to think about, because you will definitely see each other, but you have to be completely cool and composed and be like a goddess. You need to emit the goddess energy, and then the outcome will be perfect. I hope I've answered your question, Madonna. Diana, it's been an incredibly intense week. Just wondering if there's anything from Warwick. His sister has been stalking my Insta. It's him who is using his Insta account to stalk, using her Insta account to stalk you. Oh, come on, did my brother ever do that to me? But I've had male friends who would do that to me. They would the female that they are interested in, they will use my account to like check out what they are doing. So it's a very guy thing to use their sister's account to stalk your Insta. So this says volume, because this shows that the connection between you is a millionfold right now, and it's so intense, and I don't even know how to say how you will be uniting, because you're going to be uniting in all different ways, that you have not even imagined so far. So be ready for surprises and hang in there, surrender to God, keep praying to God for strength and guidance, because, like I say, in this journey, only God can help you. And that's why it's called divine feminine, divine masculine, and divine twin flames. There's a reason why there's divine in it, because this is a God chosen journey. So yeah, so who do you go back to? God. But thank you so much, Diana, for loving my work and being such a beautiful person, a friend, and I see you flourishing, and I'm so proud of you. And it's incredible, from the first time I saw you my live, had your private consult, to how you've become now. And I mean, you've always been amazing, but now you're like super goddess level amazing. Diana. All right, Amy, you're most welcome, Amy. You're such a beautiful soul. And Rebecca, oh, I always have such joy channeling for you, Rebecca, because you are amazing. Super goddess energy too. Thank you so much, Vaj. I also feel the same, kind of scared, but I think you got this, you got this. Like, really, things are going to transform in ways you have never imagined. Like, you are in the super goddess energy too. Adriel, yes, silent runner. That is divine feminines. We have all been silent runners, and you have to like think back. Masha, all week I've had dreams of us in union, and we are all working together and even vacationing all of. Perfect. That is what I call top level timeline jumping. So that is no longer visualization or imagination. That is actually teleporting to your future. April, I now understand the running chasing. You explained that, but oh, thank you, April. Thank you so much. I wish I could like copy all these comments and upload it on YouTube, but people only know what I read out here. Lisa, you're most welcome. Rebecca, thank you. The thing is, he hasn't even reached out or contacted me, even though I could feel his energy. Did he think? Of course, he's thinking about it every single second, even as we speak. So be ready for surprises. Don't have expectations, only surprises. You are like allowing the universe to surprise you, because you deserve it, Rebecca. You deserve to be happy and content. Kayla, any message from Larry for me right now? Larry just admires you because you're such a goddess, and he admires you in ways you don't even admire yourself. And that is what Larry is thinking about. He wants you to know 3D, 5D. He wants you to know that he loves you unconditionally beyond the stars and the moons and the galaxies, and he would do anything and everything to see you happy. And sometimes he distances himself because he knows that if he's with you, it triggers you or affects you. So that's why he thinks that mating at distance sometimes is the good thing to do. But at other times, he just can't help it by being with you. So that's what I'm getting from Larry. Melissa, you're most welcome. Cherish, Mike and I, will there be marriage? It looks like right now, with the highest timeline, there is a great possibility, but you have to keep vibrating in this timeline. If not, then things might change a different direction. Karen, I just wanted to share, I did a reading for someone about 10 days ago. I saw, yes, oh my God, it flashed out. Madonna, thank you. I'll definitely goddess up. Yes, girls, goddess up. Carrie, you look great. Oh, thank you. I love compliments. So, when you say that I look pretty, or you love my hair, like yesterday, a client was telling me, my legal client was telling me that she really loved what I was wearing and how I looked. And like a schoolgirl, I was just giggling because it's nice to be complimented. And I love those random compliments when you go up the elevator and a fellow goddess, a fellow girl comes and tells you, "Hey, I love your nails and your hair," and you compliment them back. This is sisterhood goddess energy, guys. Build your tribe. Make everyone around you feel good and empowered. And that is the change you can create for the world. Always, it is about giving first. It's not about taking. Give and give and give, and you will always be blessed by God with abundance. Always remember that what you do, you will always get it back a thousandfold. You do good, thousandfold good. You do bad, I don't want to say, because I don't work with negative energies. Oh, peace, goddess. And Rachel, I definitely understand the running thing. When he reached out last week, I cut the conversation short and run. Didn't want things to get bad and be disappointed. Kayla, I'm done that before just for the universe to send him back right on. That's why, Kayla, I love your dynamic with your DM. You're both, I'll call the special DM couple, because you're both like as in love with each other, and there's perfect balance between love and freedom. Rebecca will goddess up the next one. Love that. I know, right? The new hashtag should be hashtag goddess up, because you guys are all going to goddess up. Jasmine, absolutely. Julia, are you always this bubbly, or is it when you do these lives and feel our energies? Either way, so I am always this bubbly, and being a lawyer, I always get asked, why are you so bubbly? It's such a and I always get asked this question, why are you always happy? I can't explain that, guys. But, like every other human, I have my good days, bad days. And of course, this morning I was upset when someone hacked my Instagram or some organization. I think it happens because sometimes you give permission away when you log in through your Instagram through like a shopping website, and then, and people steal information through that. So things like that do stress me out, and work sometimes stress me out. People being people, of course. But I am 99% bubbly and happy. Yes, you can call it the Empress energy too, but I still love it when we say Goddess energy. Thank you, Kayla. I know, Rachel. I know. We are fellow lawyers. Goddess up. Hashtag goddess up. I love that. You guys should go onto YouTube and like hashtag the goddess up so that more people get to see this live, because I feel like, again, this is the best live ever. And hopefully it's safe. Today someone hacked me at 2. I don't know what time I got hacked, but when I woke up in the morning, there were 4 posts on Instagram with a Ray-Ban and a link, and it was tagged to many people. But this is my personal account, so it's not Facebook, it's Instagram, so it's all my old friends. And and my best friend from Australia, she immediately messaged me, like she tested me. First she was like, am I talking to the right person? So she sent me, she was so cute, she sent me a list of questions to test whether secrets that only the both of us knew, and I passed. And even then she was still a bit cautious, so maybe I need to video call her later. So I'm going to send you guys my YouTube channel. Let me do it. I tell you, it's such a morning, guys. Such a morning. All right. This is my YouTube channel, Kayla. Please, guys, go support it. I only have 115 followers, but if all of you can share this with all of you, then we can reach out to more people and spread the goddess up. Because that's what divine feminine should be, not wounded feminines or toxic feminines or selling feminines or disempowering feminines. We need to goddess up, support everyone, and ensure that not only you get into union, everyone gets into multidimensional union. That is true goddess queen energies. So, guys, again, thank you all for your tips. And I think this is the first time there was a healthy energy exchange between me and the live. I'm getting nods from people who are watching this live. So, yeah, I guess that was my biggest lesson. I always give and give and give. And oh, thanks, Madonna. And but now I guess it's time. You see, a lot of people have trouble receiving, and it's a very Pisces characteristic. And I know you have a lot of, and not only Pisces, some people have, they are the love bombers. They love to give, but they have problem accepting. But now I've changed those ways. Like when people say, I want to send you something, I allow that, because life is about giving and receiving. And sometimes you need to allow that. That I learned from my DM. And I tell you, I love my DM, and all that he has taught me and is teaching me is, that's why I always say my divine masculine is more awakened than me, and he's such an inspiration, and I'm so blessed. So yeah, guys, I have to, probably I should just delete my personal Instagram account. It's just my old life. So, in fact, I haven't even posted. The last was April last year. And they tagging my friends, and my friends were liking it because they really thought, because I don't sell anything on my personal stuff. I'm like, oh my gosh, I hope no one is scammed. But, you know, yeah. But again, guys, you need to find a balance, like I say, between love and freedom. You need to understand that It's not about over giving and over sharing either. You need to always find a balance, and your intention should always come from a place of authenticity. Be it any profession, people are drawn to your energies. Like Rachel says, very true, Vaish. For a long time, I was a broke lawyer because it was hard for me to take money. Exactly. And I know a lot of lawyers, my friends are all like that because I'm like that too. You just go give and give and give. Pro bono, pro bono, pro bono. And then you realize rich people are coming to you for pro bono. So you have this one lawyer, who is a family friend, told me this. Vaish, if you don't charge money, they are not going to value your work. Any field, you need to charge something. If not, they are just going to take your energy, take your advice, and throw it away. Oh, Leo goddesses. I love Leo. My cousin is Leo, and my nephew's name is Leonardo, so it's Leo as well. So I love the Leos. They're always so full of life. And again, I definitely next week I will do the different signs and how the different divine masculines are. That is definitely on the radar. But again, guys, I love that you message me about different topics to do for my mini discourses, the 3 minute ones. Thank you for all that support. Again, I only have 30 followers on TikTok. So if any of y'all on TikTok and want to support me, please do. It's the same brand, Twin Flames Reunited. And again, if you see any scammers or anyone trying to pose as me or pose as me, DM me about that. But then again, there was a scammer who tried to message me on Facebook, like what saw my name in some lottery, whatever crap. So be aware of scammers, guys, and always remember you will know if it's a scammer because usually I only have like one PayPal. And if anything happens, I'll have another PayPal, but I'll inform you of that PayPal. But I only have one PayPal, one website, two pages, Twin Flames Reunited and Rekindling the Inner Goddess. And Instagram, Twin Flames Reunited and Rekindling the Inner Goddess. And YouTube, only one, Twin Flames Reunited. So these are all my social media handle. Oh, oh, thank you, Kayla. Yeah, I realize all my followers have more followers than me on TikTok, and then I realize you guys are so amazing. You all are stars, and you all are goddessing up. I love it. So we are going to make this goddess up hashtag our own, right? So we're going to spread the love and wisdoms, and we are going to ensure that every divine goddess, every divine feminine we are going to help and support and ensure that everyone is in union, right? So that is the way we are going to do. What is your rekindling? You mean my website? In fact, I'll send my website, and through my website, you can find all my handles because I have that. And my Rekindling the Inner Goddess page, that has got about 17,000 followers. Okay, I'll just a second. Let me go down to the page. See, now after the hacking incident, I'm like, everything in my mind is about who is trying to hack me now. Okay, this is my Rekindling the Inner Goddess page. Okay. And Twin Flames Reunited, that is my other page. So that's But one thing I recommend, guys, is the past life regression. Everyone has a different experience, and it's a must for those who want to heal because there you see what trauma you need to heal for yourself, and when you see it, you heal it. So that is one level of high level healing, and that's why past life regression has always been so efficient. But mine is multi-dimensional, so just imagine how beautiful it's going to be. All right, guys, I'm going to wrap up. I had a long, long, long day. And I also need to catch up on my tags. So thanks, MJ, for the reminder. Again, guys, you want to request for a free reading, you can always request through the group. Even for those who are watching on YouTube, I already have it on my bio, the group that I do free readings at. It has always been there. And also, MJ and I love doing what we do for the group. So if there's anything, you can always contact any of us because we are the admins of the group. So any problems, any issues, any scammers, any issues, feel free to communicate with us because communication is the key. If you're upset, you need someone to talk to, always you can reach out to me or MJ. And we always come from the place of great compassion. Having said that, guys, I would highly recommend the 5D activator and the past life regression because these are things that has really helped my clients in the past. Of course, if you want to delve deeper, soul reports. Again, I've revamped my entire website. Go check out my website. I've got new products that I've introduced, new services, which I don't even have on the page. So go there and anything purchased through there as well. And thank you all for this amazing Saturday night. And for all those, it's morning time, and I better get going before I lose my voice. All right, I will. Yesterday, I didn't do my mini TikTok because I was so exhausted, but I will resume again today. Thank you all for your support. I know many of y'all can't like or share because when you like or share, other people can see it. So I completely understand. And again, this is not about liking and sharing, it's about information reaching the people who are seeking it. So there's always magic in the universe and the divine and in God. And I always believe that we're always blessed and protected and everything happens for a reason. Every bad experience teaches to be better. Like the hacking incident just made me, have the two-step verification process and everything, and, trying to get rid of my Australian number because it's no longer effective. And yeah, so everything happens for a reason, especially with password, guys. You should change once in a while, and also ensure that you monitor who logs in without your permission. So take care all, love you all, thank you all for your love and tips and support. And today has been a very emotional and very higher dimensional and a very fun life, but yet there are many lessons to be learned. To hold your guard up, never let negative energy get into your life, never let that one person put you down because you have 99 people willing to bring you up. Don't give your power away. Never ever give your power away. Always remember, God is your 24-hour hotline, 24/7 hotline. So contact directly, talk to God directly. However, whatever relationship you have, you connect to God, you are safe. All right, then. Love you all. Take care, and see you all soon. I think we had the most people this life, but I really hope, guys, this life, I will blessings from the universe that I'm able to upload it with no issues. All right, then. Take care. Love you all.